Hello everyone. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. My name is Rabia Subhani. I'm a psychologist in Columbus, Georgia. And on behalf of GPA, we wanted to offer our members some comfort during these stressful times, whether you're self-isolated, quarantined, or just concerned about the effects this is having on your career. We wanted to give you some extra tools in your toolbox. And so what we're going to be doing is a series of videos on different kinds of mindfulness activities. And I know most of you are familiar with what mindfulness is, but for those who are not, mindfulness is basically bringing your full attention to the present moment with awareness. And I like to say with a loving awareness. So whatever activity you're engaged in, you bring your entire focus to that activity and try not to let thoughts intrude. So what you're doing is you're trying to bring your complete attention on whatever you're doing, whether it's eating or walking, anything you're doing, you're bringing your attention to it. And one of the activities which I really enjoy using mindfulness with is eating, because when you're eating, you can just complete your, have your whole focus on your plate. What are the colors and the textures of the food? How does it feel as it enters your mouth? What are the smells? So anytime you can use mindfulness, it's really great. And one of the things we're going to do is just give you a couple of activities that you can incorporate into your daily living, which are easy to do because we all have so little time to do things, although right now we do have a little bit of extra time. So the activity we're going to be doing today is called 3-minute breathing space. So if you can, please get comfortable in your chair and close your eyes if it's okay. If you'd rather not, just fix your focus on fix your gaze on a point about 5 feet in front of you on the floor. And what I want you to do is to just start becoming aware of what thoughts are racing through your mind right now. What kind of experiences are in your mind? Maybe it's stress about what's going on, or maybe anxiety. Maybe some sadness because you're not able to see people you love, you're not able to socialize. Just become aware of what's going on. And acknowledge that it's there. Acknowledge if it's sadness or anxiety. Just become mindful of it. For the second part of the exercise, I want you to narrow your focus on your breathing. So where does the breath come in? Through the nostrils? Do you feel it there? Perhaps you feel it more when it expands your lungs. Just focus on your breathing as it goes in and out. And if it helps, you can name your breaths, in breath and out breath. And if you get distracted by thoughts, bring your awareness back to your breathing. In breath and out breath. And for the third minute of the 3-minute breathing space, let's see if we can expand our breathing to our whole body. Bring awareness to bodily sensations. As you're breathing in, you're breathing out with your whole body. See if you can feel sensations in your back, perhaps where it's tight. Maybe you have some tightness in your chest. But expand that awareness so your whole body is breathing. Again, encompassing that awareness to include our whole body and sensations wherever they may be in the body. And when you're comfortable, you can open your eyes. So that is the 3-minute breathing space. And what it does is it allows you to take a step out of automatic thinking and becoming aware of your presence wherever you are. It's just a way to take a time out, if you will, and collect your thoughts. It's a great way to get out of, especially if you're ruminating or you're anxious or stressful, to just take a calming few breaths, come back, take your little breathing space, and then go back to daily living. So with that said, in general, when we're learning about mindfulness, one of the first things that we learn is to use the breath as an anchor. And this is because the breath is always there. It's something that's really easy to focus on when you're doing meditation or when you're just practicing mindfulness in your daily living activities. It's a great way to calm the mind down. And you may have heard the phrase monkey mind, because our minds are always thinking in hundreds of different directions. Like a monkey, they're jumping from branch to branch, not able to focus. And so when we learn how to do mindfulness, we learn how to quiet those thoughts and not get rid of them per se. Thoughts don't really go away, but it's more that they don't intrude as much. You just, it's like watching clouds go by. You see the thoughts are clouds and they're going by, but you don't get focused on them anymore. An analogy I like to use with children is to be in a train station and you're watching the trains go by, which are your thoughts, and they go in through the in tunnel and out through the out tunnel, but you don't get on board the train. You just watch the train go by. So you're just watching your thoughts go by. So when you learn to become more mindful, you learn to let those thoughts or those trains just kind of go by and you notice they're there, but you learn to bring your attention back to the present moment. Viktor Frankl, an Austrian neurologist, said, "Between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. In our response lies our growth and freedom." So what we're learning to do is bringing our attention to the present moment wherever we find ourselves drifting away. And the 3-minute breathing space is one of those tools we can use to do that, just to be able to collect ourselves. So what we're going to do now is a short guided meditation on mindfulness of breath. We're going to use the breath as our anchor. And so if you will, again, please get comfortable in your seat and ground yourself. And close your eyes if you're comfortable. If not, again, you can fix your gaze on a point about 5 feet in front of you on the ground or on a wall. And just get really comfortable. See if you can let your muscles relax into the seat and get grounded. And then take a couple of deep breaths. Feel yourself relax just a little bit more with each in-breath and melt into your seat. With each out-breath, see if you can let some of that stress just go out with your out-breath. Breathing deeply in and out. And if you find yourself getting distracted by thoughts, just let them go. Notice that they're there and let them go by, as if you were lying on the grass watching clouds floating by. You notice the clouds are there, but you're not staying on any one cloud. You're just letting it go, just float by. Continue to breathe normally. Just breathing in peace and tranquility, bringing some calmness to yourself. And as you breathe out, you're breathing out just a little bit more stress. Breathing out anxiety, any feelings of sadness. And the thoughts will probably still keep coming. They always do. Just let them drift by. We're not worried about our thoughts right now. This is a quiet space for ourselves, just to give us a chance to catch our breath. We can come back to the thoughts later. Just notice they're there and let them go. Bringing a gentle awareness back to our breath. And as you're breathing, see if you can notice where the breath is coming in. Perhaps you feel it in your nostrils where it first comes in. Perhaps you notice it more as it expands your lungs. And if it helps, you can put your hand on your belly or on your chest to see how the breath goes in and out as you're breathing. And again, if you have thoughts coming up, just notice that they're there and let them go. We're not worried about our thoughts right now. Continue to breathe normally. Again, breathing in peace and quiet and stillness. And breathing out stress, tension, worries. This is our me time. We're just focused on our breathing, nothing else. Breathing in peace with our in-breath, stress with our out-breath. Maybe you're starting to feel the peace inside your body. Your muscles are more relaxed as the tension has been leaving with your out-breaths. See if you can soften a little bit more into your seat. Maybe your lungs can expand a little bit more. Bring in some more oxygen. See if you can breathe out just a little bit more stress. And again, if you find yourself getting distracted by thoughts or things you have to do, just gently bring your attention back to your breath. Breathing in peace, breathing out stress. The thoughts can wait, they're not going anywhere. But your peace is really needed. Let's breathe in a little bit more, soften a little bit more. And continue bringing your attention back to your breath. In a few moments, you will hear a bell to signify the end of the meditation. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. So when you are comfortable, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining us today. And wherever you are, may you be well and safe and healthy. And I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.